Hello, my YouTube family. My name is Sanef. I have not posted on this page in a very long time or went live ever. But today I just really wanted to come on here because I wanted to just share a few things that I feel like it's going to be very helpful for anyone who is starting their own business or even just looking for ways to make money. So I started this channel maybe about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and I wanted to really just share about my experience with working on different platforms like Amazon, Etsy, and where else? Like different platforms like that, mostly Amazon and Etsy, because that's where I opened up my own handmade business, and it was really going great for me. And I wanted to share that and also tell people about different methods of making money because I've been really good and blessed at making money in whatever I decide to do. So, fast forward 4 years later, I've gotten way more experience with making money. And it's to the point where last year I earned on one platform $4 million selling soaps and other products. So at the time when I first created this account, I had just started that business, and that was one of like many businesses that I was like, hey, let me just give 100% with this business and then talk about it. And I believe one of the videos I was sharing with you guys was when I was on Etsy. They closed my store down, and I was just telling you guys how to get it back open. So I ended up getting it back open, and I ended up moving on to like Amazon to make money there, and I did. I ended up making lots of money on Amazon. Last year I earned over $500,000 on Amazon, and on a monthly basis I earn five figures, like maybe $20,000 or more per month on Amazon. And I've I'm on multiple platforms right now. So multiple platforms. I'm on Temu, Amazon, Etsy, Shein. I'm on many different platforms, but the reason why I decided to come on here and talk about it is not just the fact that I'm making a whole bunch of money. I just wanted to tell you guys how I did it. Now, a lot of people are not going to believe this, but the way that I made this money is, number one, I started to put God first, believe it or not. When I first started trying to find ways to make money, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't really religious, nothing like that. But my family kind of were, going to church and stuff like that. How many years are you? I'm not sure if you're asking me my age. But anyway, my family kind of was going to church like that, but nobody was really religious. But I was just trying to find a way to just do things right, and I just kind of didn't even know, like I just wanted money, like basically. So I was like, let me just start doing things that they say to do. Like, so I was like, oh, let me just start praying more. And I started praying more. Then they said, hey, why don't you just start singing songs? I started singing songs, like worshiping God. And the more I did those things, the more I started to see a change in my life. Then they said, different people said start fasting. And I started fasting, and I started seeing more changes in my life. But as the years went on, I would realize, oh my God, these things are like real. Like, and I ended up building a relationship with God. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I kind of want to talk more about that because I literally, by following those methods that I didn't even know it was going to work, ended up becoming a millionaire in like a year. Like last year, I don't even look like it and I don't even care. But last year, I literally earned over like $4.5 million. And I even saying it doesn't sound real to me. And you guys can check it. My business is called Amoya Naturals, and if there's a way you could pull up my tax return, you can see it because I literally have like over $200,000 in taxes to pay, which is weird for me. I never had to owe taxes. I always got money back. So by just putting God first, I literally learned how to make money, how to manage my business, and how to just my business being blessed. Like God by me doing those little things, he blessed my business. And I didn't know it was gonna work. I just was like, let me try it, and it did. It did. So I can't tell you to just go do everything at once. You gotta just start off where you're able to. But definitely you wanna start praying more, talking to God, and then asking him what you should do. And then also just singing songs. Everybody has like different types of people they're into. I listen to different kinds of music. Right now I like to listen to a lot of African gospel singers, because for me, I don't know, the way that they worship just really, it it gets to me. So I like to listen to a lot of African people. And yeah, it looks like but yeah, their worship music really, I feel it. And so yeah, I just gotta say, put God first. It's not easy, especially if you're not brought up in a household like that. But when it comes to business, if you want to be very successful, you have to put God first. And God has been telling me to come and do this live for like over a year on many different platforms, and I've literally been not doing it. But now I wanted to just be obedient and listen to God and just do it, because I never thought that it would work for me. But I think when I go live again, I'll bring you guys my tax return to show you. But literally, I literally had nothing. I used to live in Brooklyn, New York. I was making, before I left, God worked it out where I ended up getting a really good job during the pandemic, where I had to work from home. That was all God too. That was part of the process of fasting and all that. But anyway, I was able to move from Brooklyn to Florida, doing a work from home job for the entire pandemic. I'm gonna give you guys a story another day when I literally surrendered to God, and that's when that door for that job opened. But I came to Florida doing that job and was able to travel around. I always wanted to travel, and he opened up the door through that job to be able to travel, because they even gave me a car. I got a car from that job, and literally they gave me even a credit card to buy gas for the car, because this job required me to actually go and do home visits, but because it was the pandemic we couldn't go out. But it gave me an American Express car. uh I forgot what car it was. It was like a Ford Fusion, and it was like 1 year old, because they always gave us like newer cars because we had to drive so much. So imagine getting a car for the whole entire pandemic and getting to drive around, and they paying for gas. But it's hard to believe. But anyway, I was able to move to Florida, and then with different things that started happening, God led me to starting this business again. And I started doing the videos, which you guys are probably going to see from 4 years ago. And then I stopped because my business started taking off. But in the beginning, I didn't really realize everything was happening was because of God's hand on it. But now, 4 years into it, I was like, wow, God is really, really doing it. It's like, through everything I was doing, fasting, praying, I wasn't even sure if, God really exists. But 4 years later, I could tell you he exists, and he wants you to be rich. A lot of people, when I was growing up, money was very taboo in a Christian household. Like, it's like, oh, if you want to be rich, you have a love for money, and money is the root of all evil. And if you love money, you're serving mammon. And there's a fine line between serving mammon. Yes, there is. And it's easy to go over there, especially when you start making more money. However, God is a king of the universe. He created everything, and he said we're his children. So why wouldn't he want us to be rich? How that doesn't make sense. Have you ever seen like the king in England? Do you see his kids living on the street? No. If anybody lives like that, that's by choice. So why would God want us to be poor or live barely having money? So through my journey, I realized, wow, like he really wants us to have money. But you have to put him first. You have to put him first. You have to make him be a part of your business, and just invite him in. Let's ask him to be a part of it. Ask him to give you ideas. My business, I'm probably all over the place, and I'm sorry. Next time I'll have a more structured conversation. But my business kind of went viral overnight. Now, mind you, I was making money like when I first started doing this business, which God told me to go do it again. I started making money pretty quick. But I'm talking about viral where I was making literally on one platform. There was 1 month I made $400,000 in 1 month, one single month, and I could show you guys the screenshot proof. I'm not even lying. But literally, the way that it happened was I created a video that literally God gave me a whole vision, a simple video of me cutting my soap. And I'm telling you, it was all God because I literally one day I was just sitting there and I just had a whole vision of me cutting the soap. And then I saw myself doing it and I was like, I'm okay, this is so weird that I just saw this whole vision. And I was like, let me just film it the way I saw it. And I did that, and that video went viral. And I had like 2 or 3 other videos where I got like complete visions on how to do it. And I literally like 2 of them, I think my sister held the camera and filmed it for me. The other one I just used a tripod. Those went viral, and literally till this day I have like over 4 million views and so many followers and things like that. But it was all God. Like, and what I did was just listen. Sometimes we hear something, we think it's something telling us to do stuff and we don't listen, especially when you're like praying to God for help. And then you hear weird stuff like that, like telling you, hey, just go cut a soap and film yourself. Who's thinking that's gonna make money? Or, oh, just go and walk outside or go take a walk. But if you're just obedient and you listen, it's gonna open doors to you. Anyway, guys, I just randomly decided to come and do this live. I have not even posted on this channel in like a couple of years, but I will come on more and I will go live and I will share more videos about this because I really think more people need to know about this. Like, you were not meant to be on earth to just live barely getting by. I used to think my goal was always to get like a job that paid me like $60,000 a year. Living in New York City, I was like, you know what? I could live pretty decent. And I thought that was amazing. And before I started doing my business, I had a job where I was getting paid like 49,000, and I was able to like really live good with that. Like, budgeting, doing stuff like that. But when I started making, there was one time I was making, there was one week I made like $75,000. No, that was the very beginning because I started making more than that. Yeah, there was some weeks I was making with business. FYI, guys, business, the money goes up and down. But my highest weeks, there was one week I made, I think it was $150,000 in the one week off of selling soap. But anyway, so imagine wanting $65,000 in a year to live comfortably to making $150,000 in one week. That's a whole different lifestyle. And I didn't even know that was attainable to me. Like, if you look at me, guys, I know right now nobody doesn't believe me, and it's perfectly fine. Just do what I say, put it to test for your own self, and see where it gets you. Don't look at me and judge me, because I look however I want to look, because I have money in my bank account and it doesn't matter, And God forgive me for even saying all of that. I'm working on being prideful. That's another thing. When you start making money, pride comes in a way. My gosh. So anyways, I'm working on that because that's another topic I'll talk about one day. When you don't have a lot of money and then you end up getting it, you're gonna have a lot of moments where you want to tell people about it, especially when people look at you as the person who don't have it, and they look down on you. So it's like, when you start making money, you kind of want to throw it in their face. And I have to admit that I did that. But as time went by, I realized that's not what God wants. Like, when you start to make a lot of more money, especially if it's through the route of God ordained, you have to be humble, like have humility, and you can't let people like throw it in their face, especially the people who made you feel bad. Because at the end of the day, our goal is always to be have a attitude and a demeanor like Christ. And that's what I'm working on. I have to admit that. Like, you know, because everything happened fast to me. You know, there's a song that says they call me new money, where you you come up too fast. So it takes a little while to adjust. And I'm telling you, you gotta adjust because God is gonna humble you. So anyway, guys, this video is going off in a different way, but it's a lot that happened. I've learned so many things about money and starting a business. I have my own office now. I have employees. Like, I never thought I'd be doing all that. Like, guys, I never thought that I would have employees. There was one point I had up to like 25 employees working for me. Right now I have less people because the sales went down. You know, it's more steady now, but when everything went viral, I needed so many people so fast. So yeah, I had to get a whole bunch of people, and it was like overnight. But you know, now it's more stable, and I have like a group of people that's been with me over a year. Like, I'm a boss. I'm running a business. I own a house. Like, this is a house that I was able to buy from this business. This is a 5 bedroom house. It has 6 baths, a beautiful neighborhood, and I have a pool in my backyard. I'm looking at it right now for my room. I'm in my room right now. But all of these things happen just from being obedient to God and listening to simple things He was telling me. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. Like I said, I'm still working on pride within myself, because I came from a place where a lot of people looked down on me and was talking about me because I didn't have money. So I'm working on that. It's not easy, but that's not the point of this video. The video is about being successful and wealthy through following God. And I will talk more about that. And the next time I do this video, my hair will look better and my face is gonna have some makeup on it. I have to go live and tell you guys this, guys, because God is good. And if you believe that you're meant to have money and live wealthy because you're a child of the King, then you will. You will. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Bye.